beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good. What? Now, 343, 343 is working on Halo Infinite, right? And, the Halo co-op supposed to come out in August. And, this article that I'm looking at is talking about 343 are working on a brand new Halo game, says Insider. But the Insider is Jez Corden. He says during a recent episode of the Xbox 2 podcast, Corden said, "I'm pretty sure 343 working on another Halo project that isn't Halo Infinite. I'm fairly sure, although not 100%. So this article is just a rumor, and you just got to take it with a grain of salt. The thing with 343 is this: they have to use the fans. I mean, it's half and half. When it comes to deal with Halo Infinite and the updates and the expansions, half of it is 343, right? But the other half is 343 need to use their fan base to build a game based on our feedbacks. It's, and plus they can learn from other studios around them, whether it's Bethesda with the Elder Scrolls Online and all the updates they come out with for Skyrim. They have Rare, who make constant updates and expansion for Sea of Thieves. Of course, they got Bungie to deal with. I mean, they any developer that makes open world games, 343 can learn from those studios on what they did, to make the game successful, even though the game might have a rocky start or a rough start. I mean, take Sea of Thieves. I mean, when Sea of Thieves came out, you had some developers making fun of it. But look at Sea of Thieves now. That user base is huge, and Rare, made a lot of they got a lot of expansion that they're coming out with, plus updates, and Sea of Thieves is doing good. I mean, look at Bungie with Destiny, when they ran into some issue with Destiny. Bungie use fans' feedback to build their expansions. I mean, half of the expansion ideas is from Bungie, but the other half is from fans, based on feedback. So, 343 can use studios that make open world games, and learn from them how they make their expansions and updates and what time frame they release them in. So 343 is not alone out there in the gaming universe by themselves. They got help, man. So all they gotta do is reach out to those studios and learn from them. They can get the help. Another article here I'm looking at. Where is it? It's Flight Simulator. Flight Simulator is getting AMD FSR 1.0 and 2.0 updates. Says this: Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting AMD FSR 2.0 and Dlss support. Is almost complete. Player numbers are much higher than last year. Then it says in these two little paragraphs here, it says, during this week's Microsoft Flight Simulator developer Q&A, says here, Asobo Studio executive producer Marshall Bassard confirmed that the highly demanded Flight Simulator game would soon receive support for AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution technology, starting with version 1.0 in update 10, and later, but probably not too far away, with version 2.0. So Flight Simulator is growing. Flight Simulator is an open world game, and they're getting AMD. They getting FSR support 1.0 and 2.0. It also says there Asobo is also working on the previously announced NVIDIA DLSS, which is expected to be completed for update 10, scheduled for release in July as well. So Flight Simulator is getting updates. You know, Flight Simulator is an open world game, and it's getting constant updates. And now it's getting FSR, and it has DLSS support. So there you have it. So back to 343 now. 343 can learn from Asobo. Asobo Studios? Learn from them how they release the updates and the expansions, and how they move, and how they made the improvements to Flight Simulator. So, and then take that and then apply it to Halo Infinite. So they're not alone out there when it comes to Halo Infinite. When it comes to Halo Infinite, 343 got help around them, you know, from other studios that make open world games. So yeah, you know, Halo Infinite is in a good spot. When the expansions comes out, things will change. You know, it happened to Bungie with Destiny. You best believe it happens to 343. So they're fine. The other article that I'm looking at right now is this one from it's talking about Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is another open world game, and I thought they should have released the game back when they first made the first video. I thought they should have done that. I thought they should have been released the game and then use the fans' feedback of the game to try to build the updates and so forth like that. You know, so I thought they should have been did that. But Skull and Bones ran into some delays, and now then there was news of Skull and Bones coming out in 2023. But now it's going to come out in 2022. So yeah, you know, I guess they're trying not to run into no more problems. They're trying to make sure this year be the year they release it. Listen to this. It says here, Ubisoft Skull and Bones reportedly targeting fall 2022 launch. The game been stuck in development hell for ages, but it seems to finally be emerging. Says here, earlier Friday, Ubisoft pirate adventure game Skull and Bones leaked a whopping 6 minutes of footage, signaling that it might finally be emerging from development hell. The footage has taken offline, but now we have an even better indicator that Skull and Bones is near on the horizon than you might think. So, as Kotaku now reports that Ubisoft is targeting a fall 2022 release window. Specifically, reporter Ethan Gach was told by source at Ubisoft that it could launch as early as September. So there you have it. Skull and Bones September. You know, they don't want to run into no more. They don't want to run into no more delays like the ones they had in the past. So they're like, okay, instead of trying to release it in 2023, we're gonna try to drop it this year. So you know, that's what you got to do sometimes with these open world games. You might not have the big blockbuster launch that you thought you might have, but if you release the game, at least you got it out. So now you can work on it, but then also use the fans that play the game and get their feedback from them, and then use that to build the game. You know, so you know, I thought they should have released the game when they did that first video. You know, because right around that time, Sea of Thieves was out, and then Atlas was out, and then there was another game called Blazing Sails. It was based on a board game, and that game was also in development. So when they showed the video for Skull and Bones, I was thinking that they should have released the game as is and then build a game from there. At least give the fans something to play. if you got a game of that magnitude and you're trying to go up against, say, Sea of Thieves and Atlas. But the game went into some, went downhill a little bit. A lot of producers quit the project, and now they're finally getting some footing. So Ubisoft now is like, okay, I guess they're like, okay, now we got to release the game this year. We can't wait till next year to do this, because this game has been pushed back so many times. So we got to get it out this year. So September 2022. We shall see. But I mean, the fall got a lot of games coming. So Xbox fans right now, Xbox fans got Halo co-op multiplayer to deal with, right? And then here comes Skull and Bones, right? September, right? And then here comes Gotham Knights. And then here comes Activision with a Call of Duty, of course. And then here comes Bethesda with Starfield. So yeah, Xbox fans are covered, man, when it comes to gaming in the fall, man. A lot of heavy hitters are coming, man. So get ready. But me personally, I'm glad that Ubisoft finally is getting their footing under this game, because it needs to come out. It needs to come out, man. And then, that way you can see how the response is to the game, and then you can use the fans' feedback, to build the game, man, and then go on from there, because that's what it takes sometimes with some of these games, because at least when you release it, you got it out. Now it's like, okay, now that we got it out, okay, where do we go? Now that we got it out, we need the fan support on this to build this game, and then go on from there. So September it is, man. So yeah. But other than that, man, this is just what May? We got June, we got July, we got August. So this is May right now. June, July, August. We got another. Say that's 90 days. Another what? 120 days. And then fall. Then September, August, September will be around, and then yeah. Here comes the hitters, man. Here comes the heavy hitters. Yeah. Video game folks. And then on top of that, yesterday I talked about the WB saga, WB8, the WB games game sale saga that's still going on, and then Sony and Microsoft, they're interested in WB games, so it's gonna be interesting to see who gets what. So yeah. How many more months we got before the year's over? Let's see here. This is May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 8 more months, man. There's more news to come, so yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Anyway, we'll leave this video for y'all to enjoy with all the articles. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. Come on. Peace.